Could Portal 2 be improved by Sokoban? Just because it's the best game ever made doesn't mean it's the perfect game. There could be better games. And would one such theoretical better game be Portal 2, but with some Sokoban puzzles in it? Yeah, Specklat, you're making the excellent point here. Don't think of Portal 2 with Sokoban puzzles. Think of Sokoban with portals. Yes, better. Well, I am now rudderless. I achieved a task, but now I have no idea what to do next.
So,
well, obvious next thing
you still have a ship, a shisp, and a skisp, so that's good.
So it definitely saves the local area, and it's obvious that it saves the local area. Well, not obvious, but if you notice, like, when you move around the map, every once in a while, like, moving one tile is slower, and the disc goes. So there's clearly some, like, it's loading in your local area.
Yeah,
so,
there's, like, an internal memory for the, local area.
Specklat suggests exactly what I was about to do anyway. Obviously, the thing to do is to use the Shart of Hatred immediately. Thou dost hold above thee the evil Shart of Hatred.
It's actually the Shart over Hatred.
The Shart over Hatred. That didn't do anything.
Or the Shart divided by Hatred.
Make sure I didn't destroy the Shart of Hatred or something. Okay, it's still there.
If you want my advice...
So, my advice to myself is that I think I know where all three of the shards are, at least insofar as I know what dungeon they're relative to. And so I should be just collecting the other shards. But I'm currently looking at my notes to see if I actually know that. Do you know the name of the corresponding Shadow Lord? What if you yell it, says Specklat. What an interesting point.
That was something I think you were asked to do.
Faulinie. I know at least one of the other names of the Shadow Lords. Shadow Lord of Hatred is Astaroth, and we have the Shart of Hatred. So maybe I go into a town while it's like, this place is all hatredy. This place sucks with all the hatred in it. And then see if using the Shart of Hatred against the Shadow Lord of Hatred does something. And given my luck, you know, it's impossible to enter a town and not have it be all screwed up. But now it will never ever be
exactly.
Never occur again.
I mean, technically, you have a way of knowing.
Yeah, I
when
have
and where.
The stupid the telescope that. Gives you some vague impression of something that I don't know how to interpret. Okay, so shame and deceit are the ones that lead directly to, that lead to shards. So I think I should go into either of those. Period. Okay, so where is either shame or deceit relative to where I am?
Do you have information that says shame leads to a specific shart?
Beyond shame's egress, in the center of the underworld, there is a place of darkness. Beyond this darkness lies the gate of the core of the world. Oh.
Yeah, that's why I
asked. This is the place to go after all of this. Okay.
I was looking at my underworld map and I was like,
Okay, deceit it is. Which means I don't have information on one of the shards at all. Okay. It is time for deceit, everybody's favorite time. Insert the dungeon disc. Deceit. Why my map so bad, though? Oh, wait, this is the Dungeon of Deceit. God, I hate this.
Yeah.
Oh, that actually is a healing fountain. I don't need healing right now, but that's a shock.
I think that makes sense because it's surrounded by a bunch of dead skeletons, and therefore you think, oh, this must be a horrible fountain, but you're in the dungeon deceit, so...
Right, yeah, it's deceptive. This map looks like a tank from the hit Famicom game, Battle Cities, says Specloud in chat. Cool, I don't have my crown. Cool, thanks, cool.
I mean, that's your fault.
Why doesn't the crown stay? Why does it always vanish at the exact moment when you need it?
Well, I think that just when you go into a dungeon, put the crown on.
Yeah, fair enough.
And Janna and Yolo are already charmed.
Yep, it's fine. It'll go great. Everything's super
Sorry,
good.
I mispronounced that. I meant Hana.
Yes, thank you.
Not Hana, though, because
Yeah.
that would be JH.
It's actually Hana. It's weird. The double letter means it's short, and the single letter means it's long. It's an interesting language, Britannian.
Maybe the double means it gets the accent, but the single means it's a short. The single means it's a long A. So in terms of time-wise, so it's actually... Okay, hold on. Just let me think about this for a second.
Let me just think about
Hana.
morphology for a bit.
Hana.
You guys go ahead and uncharm yourself. We're gonna just go ahead and get out of this hellhole. Goodbye. I'm glad that if they're possessed when you end the battle, it's harmless, like they just pass out and then wake up again. If you had to, actually unpossess them or, you know, totally screwed everything up, then I would be very unhappy about that.
Then it would just mean that those battles could never end, and you'd be screwed, and...
True. Yeah, fair enough. Well, down is good. Let's keep going down. I'm surprised by how much I explored in this area, given that I didn't have the crown. I did not mean to look, I meant to climb. I am not facing the direction I thought I was. Let's just get that fixed real quick. I have north marked as a movable direction. Did I screw that up, or is there a hidden wall here? Look is not what I meant. Nope, okay, just screwed that up. There is a way down, okay. How did I guess I remember getting utterly confused by Deceit very late, but I didn't realize it was this late.
Yeah.
They are just rats, but they are protecting my precious. My precious. So, there are obvious exits to this battle room in every direction other than south. Which tells me I should be searching every wall, every nook, every cranny, because there's an exit south. I hate this game. Okay, we're just leaving. Screw whoever this jerk is. We're just leaving. Yes. Battle is totally not lost. The jerk wouldn't show themselves. You don't say.
It's almost midstream break time.
It's almost midstream break time, and I'm only... Oh wait, I'm confused because I'm an idiot. I was like, where am I? I had been exploring the map to try and figure out where to go to next, and forgot that I was doing that. It's
we know who
actually
this is.
past midstream break time, but you know, I'm just so excited by this video game. I'm
Just having so much fun with it.
Exactly. Okay, now we're into the horrible, confusing, horrible place. Oh, that's right. There was like this treasure box. But like, I don't give a shit about some treasure box. I want... You find a complex trap.
A complex trap. A complex trap.
So what do I do about that? Is there... Is there a spell that can do... I mean, there aren't really non-complex traps here. Like, I don't think I ever figured out what was going on with this treasure. I can foresee no reason not to just open it. That sounds like a
I don't see any
fantastic
problem with
idea.
that.
Okay, who cares? Not a very complex trap, but whatever. What? Yes. Attack the wall. Push the wall.
By the way, why is your map not helpful here?
Why is my map not helpful here? I
i.e.,
don't
why
know
is
what you mean by that.
It's a mess, and it's covering most of the screen.
Oh,
so
okay.
We can't even read what.
The thing that's confusing about it is that the map loops, and the way it's showing the
Right.
looping is that
Right.
the looping area is it's not showing the walls to indicate that that is a loop, but it is showing the dots to indicate that it's there. It is a green screen issue, but it's just weirdness. It's just general weirdness. Like, it's also
It's
the fact
just,
that the map is confusing.
Covering the game is all.
Well, you know, you don't actually need to see the game. Genuinely, like, I'm not even just making a joke. You don't need to see the game.
Started thinking you were making a joke and ended realizing that, no,
exactly.
that's accurate.
Yeah. I'm gonna re-up the crown. Too bad, Kyle. Can I attack them in their little hidey hole? I missed. Does that mean I can't hit? Oh, I can hit. Okay. Then I'll just do that. It was nice of them to put these dragons in the egg cage. It would have been difficult for me if you hadn't conveniently put the dragons in the egg cage. If you want to trap dragons, the important thing is to surround them with eggshell, because dragons... Like, eggs are much stronger than people think they are, and dragons can't break eggs.
And dragons are much weaker.
Dragons are way weaker than people think, because they can't break eggs. I don't think... Oh, yeah, okay, this is working. It's just that they're very hard to hit, presumably because of their protection of eggs. Boy, this is exciting. I am experiencing fun. There you go.
I'm experiencing fun.
Wee! That's a whole new angle on it. I'm experiencing fun. Wee! Why are you saying that in such a weird way? It's fun. Wee. Also, of course, I killed the dragons, but there's still more shit, apparently. There's secret shit now. I hate this. I hate this. Like, what is happening right now? Why, what? I found the one spot.
Then We is another brand.
I want ennui, but not right now. I have a busy lifestyle, and I need my ennui when I need it. Then We, by some famous coffee company. Folgers.
Coffee, huh?
In my head, it's like a drink that, you know, in the way that caffeine makes you more energetic. Whatever very spooky chemical is in Then We makes you experience ennui.
Gotcha.
But, you know, you want to...
So it's like a delayed onset ennui.
Yeah. Well, so, I guess the way I was figuring it is more like just, if you drink Then We every night, then you won't be experiencing your ennui in the morning because you've got your ennui out of the way in the night, whereas your ennui cycle might sort of get out of line with your sleep cycle if you don't have Then We to regulate
Your ennui cycle.
your ennui cycle. Who installed this? Who put this pit of sea monsters in this dungeon? Who feeds the sea monsters? You can't just leave sea monsters in a pit for potentially centuries. Like, they'll replenish the supply of sea monsters, but only if you feed them. You need to, like, who's maintaining this entire dungeon of deceit?
Who watches the Watchers?
Who's maintaining this entire Dungeon of Deceit Pit of Sea Monsters ecosystem? These are questions that have to be answered, and by have to be answered, I mean most people would prefer not be answered.
How do you know this isn't one of those completely enclosed terraria that has lasted since the 1970s without any input?
Because it's open. Because we walked in.
Do you know that you walked in? Or are you just a brain briefly floating in space with all the memories of a human?
Do I really find nothing of note? It was just a bunch of gems. It was actually just a... Why? But why, though? But why?
Because you wanted some gems.
I mean, I guess it's encouraging me to go use gems. You know, great, I guess. Like, the map I have is because I use gems. I would have figured it out. Okay. Okay, there just has to be something in this room. There just has to be. There just has to be something in this room. Oh my god!
So if an
Okay, wait. There is... Okay.
If an entomologist studies insects, then what is somebody who studies ents called?
What a brilliant question. Boy, there's some unhappiness going on within that chamber there, but I haven't quite found it yet.
Doesn't concern you?
Well, it will in a moment. Once I can figure out how to get in there. An etymologist, spelled wrong, becomes a dictionary the same way a unicorn becomes a beautiful tree when they die. It's hard to argue with that. Okay, I'm understanding why I never figured out this room.
Well, there's no better time than now.
I'm doing my best. Yeah, obviously you can't attack through a wall. Okay, stepping on that spot doesn't do anything. I'm wondering if maybe there's a spot that you have to step on, but, like, the fact that you're already on it doesn't count. You have to step on it? No. Oh! Oh, I did it. I did it!
You did it!
I ridiculously, in spite of the fact that I was specifically trying to get the wall to open, I wasn't looking anywhere near the wall I was trying to open. I was only looking at the character, so I didn't even notice that I'd succeeded. But getting that wall to open is yet another lovely step. I'm having fun. Do I just push this wall or something? I thought I searched this wall. Maybe I didn't. So I push the wall left, and that opens the right in a way that is not at all confusing.
Yep. They're called triggers, so I think basically you're thinking of it as this is a button on the wall that you just pushed. So you pushed a button on the left wall.
I mean, so that's reasonable, but just to be clear, they're called triggers because that's like standard video game nomenclature,
sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to come up with a logic for why it's called pushing a wall. I'm the only thing I can come up with
right. Fair enough.
You're pushing a button on the wall.
Or you're just pushing the wall. You know, sometimes you just push a wall.
Maybe.
This isn't even a puzzle. It's just like, how can we make the mechanics of this game as annoying as possible?
But like, okay, but without story, you know, without chatting with somebody in the game, if you're just presented with the mechanics of the game in a room, then you can't really make a puzzle except insofar as you hide buttons. Like, they don't have any other way of making puzzles.
It's not like they have the mechanics to make Sokoban in this game. Although, they absolutely should. They absolutely should. I mean, you know, they should because everything should be Sokoban. All games would be improved by being Sokoban.
Can you say that about Oxid?
Oxid is Sokoban. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that all good games, or that all games that are Sokoban are good. Just that.
No, I guess my question was more along the lines of: does the fact that Oxid has Sokoban in it make Oxid better? And I guess the answer is probably yes, because every other aspect of Oxid is awful.
Well, actually, you know what? I'm not convinced that having Sokoban makes Oxid better, because if it didn't have Sokoban, then it would just be Marble Madness, and, like, at least... It's the thing that's so torturous about Oxid is that you have to change how your brain is functioning so constantly. Like, the two styles of gameplay are so radically different that you're just, like, constantly... in this, like, you're constantly context switching. That's hard. I love poison. After only infinity million years, I think I am actually gonna make it here. Could Portal 2 be improved by Sokoban? Asks Kyle in chat. So, just in case anybody doesn't remember, I have multiple times made the claim, which I still stand to, that Portal 2 is the best game ever made. And Portal 2, for all its puzzliness, has nothing even vaguely Sokoban-y in its puzzles. I mean, just because it's the best game ever made doesn't mean it's the perfect game. Like, there could be better games. And would one such theoretical better game be Portal 2, but with some Sokoban puzzles in it? Yeah, Specklat, actually, you're making the excellent point here. Don't think of Portal 2 with Sokoban puzzles. Think of Sokoban with portals. Yes, better.
Sokoban with portals sounds amazing.
Exactly. Jimmy, this staircase. I mean, even with being able to control one character at a time, this just sucks. Okay, we did it. Oh yeah, insert the underworld disc. I was just, like, expecting it to work. I didn't even think about the... Yeah, there's actually a step there. And this will load and will not freeze. Good.
And since the underworld, we know, is meant to be a place of super fun and excellence and progress, we know that there's not going to be any problems in the underworld.
It'll all be very good.
Very good, very easy.
Okay. You don't say. Yes, okay, so I need to go southwest, and then I think probably when I get to this path, I go northwest, and maybe I take this branch over there, and then go up and around, or maybe it's further down the way. I drew myself a map, which is a super bad idea. I should have just copied down the diatribe that idiot told me, but... Even if I can't blink west, surely... Oh, Like, that looks like a very achievable blink, but it also doesn't quite align. But that should be an achievable blink. Blink has quite a distance to it. I just need to try blinking in some directions and see if something works. First, I need to remember how to blink. Hello, Last Sigil. Oh, don't worry, we've only accomplished the entire video game while you weren't here. Teleport to the Inpor. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was the only one I had mixed. Inpor is silk and moss. There's moss, there's silk. Okay, it is time to rest. I just cast Voss Money for 1 HP. Brilliant.
Hooray! Gweno's like, okay, I guess I see how you are with Katrina.
Well, Shamino and Katrina are the ones who stand guard because they don't have any mana, so they're like the most important ones to heal up because they're likely to not actually get to sleep. An apparition? Kill the apparition. Kill it with fire. Stay on the path. Okay, bye. Thanks for the full heal, I guess. Well, shit. So that is definitely an achievable blink. Like, you can see across there.
Well, you can see more of the map now.
That's
for some
true.
reason. What are the
And
instructions
that's an
say?
achievable blink, too, but that's fine.
What did your map
just that
say?
Just that it's on the other side, the west side of the loch. Or I wrote it as the west side. I think it just said, like, the other side or something.
I don't... I'm going to reread this section because you must have written something down wrong. It says, over a lake it ran, unto a... Maybe that's what you were thinking, over a lake. Unto a massive series of great falls, ending in a larger lake.
Right. So, over this lake, like the west side of this lake, and then a Great Falls, and then another lake. And... oh, unless, okay, this is those are Great Falls, and there'll be another lake.
Those are Great Falls.
Wait, isn't this...
Over doesn't... They don't mean across, they just mean...
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell you fully what they mean, because that's the big secret that I'm hiding from you.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's Tall Mountains, and that's Tall Mountains, so...
Yes.
They're obviously not gonna let me have this, are they? But how would I have a boat? I mean, I guess on this end it must connect to something.
Here's a question, even if you had a boat.
How would you get out again? I think there's gotta be a non-Shisp way to do this.
I also think that.
I'm just, like, thinking... I'm looking at very carefully at this map and thinking what... Like, obviously, this line of Tall Mountains is gonna continue, and that's just gonna be blocked off. And this line of Tall Mountains is, you know, discontiguous there, but obviously this line is gonna continue. I think my best chance is to go down here and see what I can see just with the Gemerald from here, and see if anything seems suspicious. So, like, there's the series of waterfalls, here's where I want to be, obviously that's totally continuous. I'm concerned, but I'm more concerned that I don't even know how I would solve this if I had a Shisp than I am about anything else. Because you can't Shisp up a waterfall, obviously. So, like, in a Shisp, that's a one-way Trisp. I'm gonna go all the way to, like, the south end of this and see if there's some other route. There's obviously not going to be. That didn't make any sense. It's so obviously, like, and then it's continuous through there, and then it's continuous through... Like, it's not... This is not gonna work.
The way that the person, Leona, said one particular thing in that long string of things that she said to you could be construed as a hint.
Oh god, the fucking balloon? There can't be an underworld balloon. There can't be an underworld balloon. This game wouldn't do that. I mean, it would, but it wouldn't. I have concluded with 100% certainty that's what you're talking about, even though it's probably not.
So, just out of curiosity, what led you to that conclusion?
Over the lake.
Yeah, that is the thing that I was getting at. Over the lake is the thing I was getting at. That's over,
like, yeah. So I interpreted that as over, as in across.
Yeah, yeah.
But
and that's why I brought that up.
Yeah, going from the east to the south, or to the south, you wouldn't use the term over like that.
Exactly.
But you also, like, you don't use the term over to describe a shisp in a lake. Like, that's not...
Correct.
The shisp
Correct.
over the lake, that's not a thing. And I've played the previous video game, so I know that it wants me to suffer. God, has somebody mentioned... I'm now trying to, like, separate out Ultima V memories from Ultima IV memories.
Yes. I mean, I guess... you mean Ultima... Yeah. So I guess one thing you could do is go over all your notes, because you would have written that down if somebody had said something like that to you, right?
Probably. I mean, never trust me to do anything sensible.
Yeah. But the conclusion, if you don't have anything like that written down, would be that you just haven't talked to the right people. Because you're basically playing the game under the assumption that you've already talked to everybody and got, the basic information. And I'm telling you right now that's not true. There is a lot of information and some critical information that you just haven't gotten yet.
But we hates it.
And I understand that the desire to, like, okay, I have this information. To
actually play a video game?
Yeah. I understand that, but they intended you to do certain things in a certain order, and here's the weird thing about this particular thing. It might be possible, I don't know for sure, but it might be possible to do this still. And you're in a situation where I would keep trying. What you're doing now, I would keep trying and see where it leads, because I'm curious. I want to see where it leads.
It leads only to suffering. Life is...
Because I'm looking at the map and I'm wondering if something is possible, and you will find this wondering if something is possible too. So I'm curious.
Problem is, if I view a gemerald over here, then I will be too far to even see what's going on over there. Which is why...
There are a couple ways around that.
And this is the stupid one.
Yeah, that's one way. That's one way around it, I agree.
Oh, hello. I really wasn't expecting to come out somewhere.
And this was the other way around it. That path on the right would have led you here as well.
And I did see an opening.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm right next to the opening. In fact, there's another opening over there.
Yes.
We are absolutely awash in ways through suddenly. Now, my next thought is, am I now south of where I wanted to be, and I need to go back up north? That's my immediate thought. Or was I supposed to go through this cave once I got to that end? So I'm going to go up north, discover that was stupid, and then go back south again. Okay, well, there's the lake. Next time.